Hello and welcome to the super full moon in Aquarius. And this full moon is occurring on Tuesday the 20th of August 2024 at 25 minutes past 4 in the morning Australian Eastern Standard Time. Now for majority of the world it will be occurring on Monday the 19th of August, and please be sure to check your time zone for the exact time that it will be unfolding. This video specifically is inherently discussing what it means for all 12 rising signs. I will place timestamps, so you're welcome to fast forward or rewind and click on whatever is associated with your own innate natal chart. And now I do go through rising signs, however, due to the fact that the energies play out in different areas of our lives, and therefore helps you highlight what areas are being highlighted by this lunar cycle, and then also inherently understand what associations and relationships the planets are making across your own innate natal chart to be able to get a better understanding of what's happening for you at this time. Now, I do have a super full moon in Aquarius video for the collective, and I do urge you, if you are interested, to watch that first. However, it's not necessary because I will explore the T-square, where Chiron is, and this with the sextile to Chiron to support emotional healing and shadow integration, along with the trine to Mars and Jupiter, fostering proactive action and intellectual expansion in your own precise natal chart. However, the collective super full moon in Aquarius video is exploring more what's occurring on the world stage by way of solar flares and earthquakes and shifts and radical changes in policies, cyber attacks and all of that on the world stage, and those global figures and how it is associating with them. However, to recap, I do urge you to take stake on yourself, to connect with your own innate shadow integration, because there is a lot of shifts occurring and a lot of new innovation occurring throughout the collective. And I do ask you to embrace cash and embrace the foundations of moving away from technology, especially with the increase of cyber attacks, or being mindful of those areas in your life on a collective scale. But let's explore what a super full moon essentially means and how it is going to impact you. So if you were born between the 11th and the 26th of May, the 13th and the 28th of August, the 12th and 26th of November, or the 11th and 24th of February, or if you have 21 to 29 degrees of your fixed signs and 0 to 5 degrees of your mutable signs on your angles, or a late degree Aquarius moon, this energy is definitely impacting you. The moon itself accounts for 70% of the tidal swell, and the human's body is approximately made of 70% of water. So therefore there is a strong integration and connection to the human body and the lunar cycles and the energy with water specifically. So there is a strong attunement to intuition, and I do urge you to tune into your innate wellspring of inspiration and inner knowing, trusting what comes up and surrendering to it. It is essential to stay grounded and hydrated and swim in fresh waters if you can, to be able to cleanse and clear any energies that have been projected on you, and also be able to help release this energy. Moon and menstruation do come from the Greek word of mean, and it does highlight this strong integration between females and the moon, and the lunar cycle being, and the moon is the feminine luminary. And it also does highlight the integration between our own cellular structures and the cycles of quantum entanglement. So astrologically, the full moon represents a culmination of energies, offering clarity and insights into our emotions, our relationships, and our desires. So aligning with the energies that I'm going to share with you will help you embrace the transformative power of this illumination and help you release what no longer serves you in these distinct areas of your life, and embrace the abundance of possibilities and how you are able to manifest and create new ways of being and doing in the area that the full moon is illuminated in your natal chart. So let's explore firstly with Aries rising. So the full moon in Aquarius is illuminating your 11th house, and this is all about friendships, social networks, and long term goals, bringing revelations of community involvements, personal dreams, and how your aspirations align with your social circles at large. So it is a great time to manifest new things in this area. However, there is a beautiful sextile occurring to Aries, which is actually in your first house, to Chiron and Aries, sorry, that is allowing you to focus on self compassion and personal growth and integrate these new practices to affirm your self worth and your own innate identity. So, self help techniques, affirmations that are addressing deep seated insecurities or wound related to your own innate self expression, and also the way you look and present yourself is a beautiful way of healing with this lunar cycle. This T square, so there's a T square occurring with the energy of Uranus in your second house, and that is disrupting your financial stability and your values. And there are strong, unexpected shocks and shifts and changes in how you manage your money and perceive your own what you value and your self worth. So, embracing flexibility and innovation in financial approaches and personal values is essential at this time. There is an ability to release this T square in your 8th house of shared resources, emotional depths, and transformation. So I urge you to reflect on your past traumas rather, and embrace new significant life changes relating to finances and intimate connections. Even connecting with your in-laws is a beautiful cathartic thing at this time. So financial planning and deep-seated emotional shadow work as well to bring about healing is a fundamental practice for you to integrate the strong energies and build that solid foundation to be able to move forward with the radical shifts and disruptions occurring on the world stage at large. Also, with the trine to Jupiter and Mars in your third house of communication and thought processes, it is a great time to focus on improving how you express yourself and engaging in meaningful conversations and exploring these new techniques and opportunities to refine your mental processes. Now, for Taurus risings, this full moon is occurring in your 10th house, and it's bringing attention and illuminating your career, your public life, your reputation, and reveals how you new insights into your professional path and public image and how you're perceived. So it's a great time to release things that no longer serve you about your career and public image, and also usher in and manifest new shifts in this area. With Chiron in Aries in your 12th house, you've been undergoing and focusing on healing subconscious patterns about your career and your public life, and it's a great time to meditate and also journal about your hidden fears and past traumas that are impacting your professional identity at this time. With Uranus transiting your first house, you're also getting a lot of disruptions in your sense of self and your personal expression. There's unexpected shifts and changes in how you present yourself and how you approach your own personal identity. So I do urge you to take new opportunities to foster authentic self expression, personal innovation, and be able to create a new sense of being. Now, if this is too hard for you to do so, I understand that as a Taurus rising, so it's a great idea to ground yourself and integrate new insights in your relationships and your partnerships with the Scorpio release being in the of this T squared being in the sign of Scorpio, whereby you're able to adjust new ways of healing and being and opening new ways of communicating with your relationships through counseling, and also grounding yourself and finding balance in your connections within your relationships as well. There is, of course, this strong trine to Jupiter and Mars in your second house. So using this supportive trine enables you to improve your internal dialogue about your self-worth and your finances. So it's a great time to practice affirmations, reflect on your financial goals, and pursue new values with optimism and clarity. So address any issues with money management, and your own self-esteem and your values within yourself, and be able to surrender them at this time as well. Gemini rising. Gemini rising, this full moon is occurring in your ninth house. It is emphasizing higher education, philosophical beliefs, and also long distance travel, bringing clarity regarding your intellectual pursuits, your beliefs, and your global outlook. If there is any embedded belief systems that you want to surrender, a cord cutting ceremony surrounding this would be positive at this time. There is a beautiful sextile occurring to Chiron and Aries in your 11th house, and this is helping you heal wounds surrounding social networks and long term goals. And this is helping you create a greater sense of feeling supported and less isolated. So I urge you to ground yourself and engage in community activities, group therapy sessions, fostering a new sense of belonging in the collective at large, and then enabling yourself to create a new sense of being in this world at large. With Uranus transiting Taurus in the 12th house of subconscious patterns, there is unexpected revelations and shifts in your spiritual practices and your innermost self, the hidden most self. And this energy is enabling you to forge new deep introspection and then also address hidden fears or patterns. However, if this is too overwhelming for you, I do urge you to ground and integrate changes in your health and daily routines, with Scorpio being the release of this fixed T square in the 6th house of health and daily routines, enabling you to improve overall well-being, reflect any disruptions in your daily life, and find practical solutions to enhance stability within yourself. The trine occurring to your your first house of communication and thought processes, but in your first house of your sense of self, will help you foster a new sense of inner dialogue and also be able to speak more meaningfully and foster this new embrace self-awareness as well. So I do urge you to explore and refine your own innate mental processes. You'll find that you'll have a lot of energy at the moment, so it is a great time to embrace that energy, but direct it more accordingly. Now, Cancer risings, the full moon is occurring in your 8th house, and it's about shared resources, deep emotional bonds, transformation, in-laws, and it's bringing revelations about your shared and joint finances, your intimate relationships, and areas that need radical transformation. So it is a beautiful time of surrendering and cathartic healing for you, Cancer risings. So I do urge you to embrace this. And with Aries transiting your Chiron and Aries transiting your 10th house of career and public life, it is also really healing for you to focus on issues related to your career and your public image, and reflect on any past wounds and insecurities, and seeking support and mentorship to help you address these problems is a really fundamental way to foster new growth, or also surrendering what no longer serves you in these areas, of course, as well. Now, there is with Taurus is transiting your 11th house, so Uranus and Taurus. So the fixed square will be grounded in your 5th house of pleasure and creativity. So I urge you to engage in new ways of being, new ways of fostering, new ways of having fun and experiencing joy. There is this really strong energy surrounding that to you in your day-to-day life, and it's a very healing place for you to bring about your own innermost transformation. So I do urge you to take stake on that and allow it to transform you in the highest possible octave. Now, Leo risings, this full moon is occurring in your 7th house. It is bringing attention to your relationships and your partnerships, highlighting issues with one-on-one connections and prompting new understandings or resolutions. So if there's a relationship that you're in that no longer serves you, I urge you to surrender it. If there is something about your relationship that no longer serves you, I urge you to surrender it. And if there's something that you want to manifest and bring into your relationship, I urge you to connect with that and explore the opportunities opportunities that are available to you at this time for manifestation and growth and healing. You have Aries, Chiron and Aries transiting your ninth house. So there is a focus on healing issues related to your belief systems and your higher education, reflecting on any past wounds relevant to education, long distance experiences, and enabling you to seek new opportunities to expand your worldview as well. So this is a beautiful time to be able to bring out that healing and that integrating the shadow of your belief systems to be able to foster this new sense of self and ideology, especially with this sun that has almost moving out into your second house. It's transit through your first, and as Virgo season comes, it will bring in the sun transiting your second house. Now, the T scare is grounding itself. So you're in your fourth house with Uranus bringing very substantial shifts in your career. The T square will be grounded in Scorpio in your fourth house, and it was a really good time to be able to ground yourself in your family and in your home, and be able to foster your own and kind of internalize and come back within and retreat back into your own cathartic deep waters and be able to bring healing to that. So I do urge you to do foster practices within your home of cleansing and clearing out your home, and that will be a great way to ground the T square that is unfolding here for you. Now for Virgo risings, there is a strong emphasis on your daily routines, your work, your health, your service, and I know that is what you are all about but with this energy of the full moon in Aquarius transiting over your sixth house, there is a strong availability to foster new growth and improvement and adjustments in your work and your daily practices. So if you feel like you're not healthy, or your day-to-day practices are not aligned with your true values and beliefs, I do urge you to cultivate new practices and surrendering to what no longer serves you in this area, and be able to manifest and create new insights, especially when this the new moon comes in Virgo as well. This will be a very cathartic and healing time for you. So Chiron is currently transiting your eighth house of shared resources and intimacy, and that is focusing on healing issues related to your deep emotional bonds, your in-laws, and helping you integrate and address emotional wounds and financial challenges. So I do urge you to tap into this energy and be able to bring healing and high vibration into this energy. With Uranus and Taurus transiting and disrupting your philosophical beliefs and unexpected changes and revelations into your worldview and intellectual pursuits, it's also a really positive way to ground yourself in your community, in your siblings, and in your social environment that is what's closest to you, to be able to bring healing. I also urge you to do journaling practices where you're putting pen to paper or fostering a positive internal dialogue, especially with that very intellectual energy that Virgo risings, and especially with because we've got Mercury currently conjunct the Sun at this time, so there is this strong emphasis on intellectual energy, and especially with that Virgo energy being more prevalent for you as well. So I do urge you to foster positive internal dialogue and embrace new spiritual insights at this time, because we also have that Sun coming through over out of your 12th house and is about to move into your first house. Now Libra risings. This full moon is highlighting your creativity, your romance, your children. It's bringing insights to your creative projects, your romantic relationships, and issues related to your self-expression, your inner child, and innermost joy. So I do urge you to cultivate new ways of creating at this time, surrendering what no longer serves you in your relationship with your children, your relationship with your fling, your ways of either positively or negatively expanding your sense of self through fun as well. And that it depends on what aspects are being made there. But those that know what I'm talking about will catch my drift. So I do urge you to surrender all unhealthy practices in this area at this time. So the full moon is inherently enabling you also with Chiron transiting your 7th house to heal your relationship issues through your creative self-expression, through creative activities to help you embrace new wounds and anything related to your partnerships as well. So there's this beautiful sextile occurring here, which is really amping up your own innate creativity. You've got Uranus transiting your 8th house, and that is bringing very strong shifts and transformative experiences in your deep emotional healing as well. So reflecting on these shared resources and grounding in your 2nd house of your own personal resources, what you value most, is a very healing practice for you at this time. What is it that you want in your material world, and how are you going to cultivate it as well? This grounding in the Scorpio in the 2nd house for you will be very, very cathartic. Scorpio rising, this full moon is shifting and emphasizing your home and your family, your emotional security, and bringing revelations over your domestic life, your family dynamics, and how you are at your deepest core founded in of yourself. It is a beautiful time for healing and surrendering and releasing. You have a lot of energy shifting, and it's about coming back to yourself. You got Uranus amping up your relationships, bringing unexpected shifts and changes to your relationships. There's a chance that you are no longer in a relationship because Uranus has been moving through Taurus for quite some time in your 7th house. So it's about coming back to yourself and finding out what it is that I want. What is it that you innately want to be able to bring healing and surrender what no longer serves you, and integrating your shadow, because you've got Aries in your 6th house, with Chiron Aries transiting your 6th house. It is bringing a focus and shining a spotlight on your daily health and work and routines, and practical management of your own self-care. So coming back to your sense of self, your self-care. If there has been shifts and changes in your relationship, it's all about, not only is it highlighting these family dynamics and emotional foundations, but it's highlighting and bringing shifts to you and who you are and how you portray yourself to the world and who you actually want to be as well. So it's all about coming back internally and being able to address and foster these new ways of being and doing and having. You've got Gemini energy in your 8th house as well. So there's a lot of internal dialogue occurring at your depths. So I do urge you to project that. You've got Mars going through there, you've got Jupiter going through there. It's expanding your ability to bring healing and catharsis within your own innate sense of being. And you Scorpio risings, you know all about catharsis, you know all about death and rebirth, you know all about the bottom of the waters and coming up like a phoenix again and again and again. So I urge you to take this time to be able to cultivate new growth in this area and foster a new sense of being and integrate your own shadow. Do the work, do the work. You are incredible. You continue to do the work. You've done it your entire life. Just keep going.